Welcome to Just Off the Highway. I'm Prodgers. Now I'm actually in Heidelberg. It's a small town where I bought this car a few years ago. It's late October, it's around Halloween time. And I'm going to see for myself the creepy Heidelberg legend that fits perfectly with Halloween and cars. It's a tale of Spook Brug, a ghost bridge with a reputation for eerily luring cars towards itself, pulling them uphill as if by some other power, defying gravity. If you drive on the N3 National Road between Johannesburg and Durban, you'll see the sign as you pass under the bridge. Now, that's how I became aware of the story. Some towns will deny a haunted location, but in this case, we can't say we weren't warned. And by the way, this is a toll road. Even 51-year-old classic cars have to pay to drive on it. So please remember, help me out by making a contribution to the production costs of this video. In the bar just below the video, you'll see 3 little dots. Simply click on them, and one of your options will be a thanks button. If you click on that, you can make a once-off contribution, as much as you like or as little as you're comfortable with. It does make a very real difference to my ability to keep on creating these episodes. So, if you enjoy Just Off the Highway, please help me stay on the road. Or you can join my small but very enthusiastic group at buymeacoffee.com/lprodgers and get extra bonus episodes for members and contributors. So I figure this car has spent some time in Heidelberg with its previous owner. I'm hoping it has safely negotiated the ghost bridge many times. Can it feel strange vibrations? When I drive it, I certainly can, but that might just be the worn-out shocks. Now, the ghost bridge is on the other side over there. I'm going to the other side of the highway because the legend says that you feel the ghostly effect when you drive over the bridge, over the highway from the town of Rendsburg towards Heidelberg. Right, this is how it works. You drive towards the bridge to a certain spot where you're not too far off, but the bridge is a short distance up the hill in front of you. Then, car in neutral, handbrake off, speedometer 0, switch the car off. Foot off the clutch, foot off the brake. Now you'd expect to roll backwards down the hill, and yet the car definitely rolls forwards up the hill, as if drawn by some otherworldly force. And it works. It really works. Now the legend has it that there was once a couple whose car broke down here on the hill close to Spook Brug. And they were waiting for someone to pick them up or for a breakdown vehicle, but unfortunately another car approached them in the dark, didn't see them, and smashed into them, killing them both. And so, as the story goes, if you approach Spook Brug and you stop, some force like this couple reaching from the past are actually trying to pull you up towards the safety of the bridge. So they're helpful, friendly ghosts. I don't know what it is, but we have definitely gone up a hill. Or is there another explanation? As with all good ghost stories, there's no hard evidence, just enough hearsay to make it all hauntingly plausible. Despite what some people believing in a ghostly presence that haunts this bridge locked in an otherworldly loop, realists and engineers and other spoilsports insist that it's all just an illusion. It's a trick of the eye. The slope looks uphill, but when you measure it, it's not really. It's actually a slight downhill. So the cars are simply rolling down a gentle slope like they always do. Simpler proof is that when you put a tennis ball on the ground, it also rolls down towards the bridge. And there's nothing in the story about the ghostly couple playing tennis. How do you test for the presence of the supernatural? You use a spirit level. Downhill. This story is so much better than the facts. It's eerily romantic. The doomed lovers of the past helping the living in the present. Personally, I love the way Heidelberg has embraced it. I wouldn't have stopped here if it wasn't for the intriguing sign on the bridge that sparks conversation every time that we pass through Heidelberg. And I hope that they never change the name. After all, the name Spook Brug is so much more catchy than Miskien nie heeltemal gelyk gebouwde brug. You know what I mean? But as with many South African small towns, you stop for one story and you discover another. Next episode, I'm staying in Heidelberg for another chilling tale. This one is totally factual, and I have a local historian, Tony Burish, to back me up. We are going to visit the spot where over 120 years ago, a man was killed. And still on the wall are the marks of the bullets that ended his life. And the question that still haunts this town over a century later is whether it was justice or murder. Please like this video and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any Just Off the Highway where I travel South Africa looking for fascinating stories that are just dying to be told. Cheers.